Today, I want to teach you how to design beautiful and attractive book covers such that you would not run into problem with Amazon KDP. Recently, a lot of accounts got terminated because they are using the same images to create different covers on different accounts. I mean, I'm not talking about just one person. I'm talking about different publishers using the same image from either Canva or Pixabay or Pexels or Unsplash or any other free image website. Now, Amazon does not like the fact that different books will be having exactly the same type of image and all those accounts are getting terminated. The only way to avoid this is to either buy the images from stock image websites or alter any image you get from the free image websites. Recently, Canva also released a statement or updated their terms and conditions that they don't want people using the exact Canva elements in their designs. Now, we interpreted that to mean that Canva does not want you to get designs exactly the way they are on their website or on their app and use it on your designs or use it to sell your items off Canva. For example, if you go on Canva and you type t-shirts, or you go on Canva and you type ebook cover, or you go on Canva and you type flyers, Canva does not want you to copy the exact flyer the way it is, or the exact t-shirt design the way it is, or the exact book cover without making some adjustments, adding some images, changing the text or something. Just make sure it does not look exactly the way it is. So now Canva is giving us two options. One, take elements from our website but modify it to suit your design. Change everything in that design so it does not look exactly like what you copied, or sell a template that will bring people back to Canva. Like, instead of selling the finished work, copy the template, sell it to whoever you're going to be selling it to, so that they will come back to Canva to make their own modifications to suit what they want to use the design for. So now, you must always redesign all Canva templates, manipulate all the images and texts to suit your personal brand, sell the templates instead of the finished design. This is also an issue on Amazon because Amazon does not want a lot of people having the same image, the same kind of text, just different title on their book cover. It is called misleading customer experience. A customer that wants to buy one particular book might get confused and buy another book just because all the covers look exactly the same, and this has been causing a lot of account terminations. So in this video, I want to teach you how to manipulate images and how to stay safe while designing your book covers using AI generated images or free images from free image sites. As a graphic designer, it is easy for me to do all the manipulations using graphic design softwares like CorelDRAW, Photoshop, or any other graphic design or photo editing websites. But I know most of the people that are going to be watching this video are not graphic designers or do not have graphic design skill, and that is why I've come up with the best method that you can use as a beginner, even if you are not a graphic designer. All I need you to do is to follow me, do what I do, click what I click, and watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be exposing the easiest methods that you can use to design beautiful book covers and not run into Amazon problem. So before you start designing book covers, there are 8 things you need to put in mind. The first thing you should put in mind before you design a cover is to understand the use of colors. Please, you need to understand that too much colors makes your design look unprofessional and a potential buyer will not click it. You need to understand that there is something called RGB colors. These RGB colors are red, green, and blue. That's what RGB stands for: red, green, and blue. There are also primary and secondary colors. Primary colors are colors that you cannot mix another color to form them, while secondary colors are a combination of primary colors to form those colors. Now, you should also understand that simplicity matters in book cover design. Your book cover should be as simple as possible. The second thing you should understand is that your title should be conspicuous. It should be bold enough for anybody to see, even if they are using just their device to search for books. The third one is that you should always pick colors from your existing design. For example, if you already have pictures to be used for your design, you don't just go out of that picture to pick a color from outside. You need to pick a color that is inside that picture to use it in your texts. I hope that is clear. The fourth is that your subtitle and your author name is not what they are buying. What they are buying is your title. Your subtitle has already played its part by displaying your book for them to see. So your subtitle is not supposed to be too big or as big as your title. Your subtitle is supposed to be just small, and then your author name is also supposed to be small. The fifth one is that if you have a bonus, the bonus should be visible from afar. For example, if you say your book includes images, that can be called a bonus. If you say your book has a meal planner, that can also be called a bonus. Put it somewhere strategic and let them know that this book has a meal planner. The sixth one is the use of space. Understand how to use space. Don't cluster all your texts, your title, your subtitle, and every other write-up on your cover on one side of your cover while there is space, one empty space on another side of your cover. It does not make your design look professional. You will understand it better as we continue. You should also understand the use of texts. For example, if you are writing a romance book or a romance story book, the text should be a flowing text, something that is called calligraphy. It should be this very fine type of handwriting or this fine type of text. While if you are writing a cookbook, such texts does not go well for a cookbook. A cookbook text should be in block letters in most cases, and it should be bold. Then the use of colors. I need you to understand how to use colors, but since you are watching this video, I'm going to explain everything to you step by step. So yesterday I tweeted that I want 3 of my online cousins to give me 3 book titles that I will use for this video, and I got 3 titles from them. So I'll be using these 3 titles to design beautiful book covers while showing you how to design covers and be safe from Amazon Termination. After designing these covers, I'm going to send it to them because it is their title. With that said, let's get right into Canva and start our design. Yes, you can see this beautiful cancer diet recipes cookbook. I designed it yesterday while I was practicing some of the new things I want to teach you in this video. So sit back, relax, watch everything I do, and practice them the exact way I'm showing you. At the end of this video, I'm also going to teach you one secret. So if you have watched this video till this stage, congratulations, because you would learn something new today. Now let's go to Pixabay or Pexels or Unsplash to get images, free images that we can use for our design, so that I can show you how to manipulate the images on Canva. This is Pixabay and this is Pexels. As usual, you know how we get images from this site. Just type the name of the image you want and you will get it. So because we want to design, let me check the name of the first book we are designing. Just a minute. Yes, so because we want to design a heart healthy recipes cookbook, we can search for anything that has to do with healthy eating or recipes or diets or salad or vegetarian. All these words depicts healthy eating. And remember that the Heart Healthy cookbook is channeled towards eating healthy to prevent or control or manage heart diseases. So let's go straight to Pixabay or Pexels and search for salad. This is Pexels, and we have nice images for salad. As you can see, all these are examples of healthy meals that heart disease patients or sufferers can eat. Now let's try Pixabay, and on Pixabay let's search for healthy eating, for example. Okay, as you can see, we have nice pictures of healthy eating. I want to tell you something about these images. I saw a lot of people making this mistake. When you are getting images from these sites, please and please stay away from anything that is sponsored photos, iStock. You see these 4 images here? If you check under, they wrote get 20% off with code Pexels 20. All these images here are not free. Click any of them. Let me click it for you to see. You would see iStock by the top left corner. All these images are not free to use. Please, they are all for sale. You don't have the right to use them unless you pay to use them. So stay away from these images. Let us go to Pexels 2. On Pexels, you have them too. You see, sponsored iStock. You see all these images, just stay away from them. You can click any other image that you want, but once you see that they wrote iStock on it with all this 20% code stuff, please don't use it. I hope that is clear. So we have enough images to use for our design. Okay, you can pick any of these images. I tell you, you can choose any of these images and use them. Now I want to teach you how to use them so you would not fall into problems using them on your book covers. I also want to show you how to use them so that even if 10 or 20 or 50 of us are getting images from this site, we are going to be designing different covers even though we use the same image. I want to teach you the easiest way to manipulate these images so that our covers are going to look different and unique. Now let's download like 5 or 6 images that we would want to use. I like this one. I'll download this one. Just right click on it and click save as. Then you click save. I like this one too. I'll right click on it and click save as, and you click save. Now before you save, when you right click on it, if you click on save as, you will see that it is not showing JPG. You see the file type is showing WEBP. This one cannot be used. So what you would do is that you would right click on it and open in a new tab. When you open it in a new tab like this, okay, you can now click on free download. If you click free download now, you will see that it will save. Click on free download. As you can see, it has saved as JPG file, and you can only use JPG files on Canva. You can't use the WebP files on Canva. So this is only applicable to Pexels and Unsplash. But for Pixabay, let's try. This is Pixabay. Let's say we like this image. You right click on it, you just save it like that. It will save. Okay, as you can see, it has saved. I like this one too. You right click on it and save as. It has saved too. Let's take this one. I like this one. You right click on it and save as, then you save it. Let's take this one too. Save. So now we have like 5 or 6 images that we can use on our designs. Let's head straight to Canva. You need to understand that whether you are using a phone or a laptop, the process is completely the same. Okay, so you don't have to panic saying I use a mobile phone and I'm explaining with a laptop. No, whether you are using any of these devices, the process is exactly the same. If you see an image you like on Pixabay or Pexels, click it, download it the normal way you would download any image on the internet, and you are good to go. So like I said earlier, this is a cover I designed yesterday and want to do something similar and something even better than this. All the images I downloaded, about 6 images that I downloaded from Pixabay and Pexels, we are going to use them to design 3 different covers so that you would see that the fact that we have the same images does not mean we would have exactly the same designs for the 3 covers. Let's get started. So once you open your Canva app, this is what the interface looks like. There are 2 ways to get started. The first one is to click on create a design. When you click create a design, you click on custom size. Remember, we are designing for the ebook, which is the Kindle first. So the size we are going to be using is 1410 by 2240 pixels. So for the width, you just put 1410 by, for the height, you now put 2240 and you click create new design. Now it has created a blank space for us to start our design from scratch. This is why the thumbnail for this video says stop using Canva templates. Stop using Canva templates if you don't want your account to get terminated. So this is why we are going to be designing from scratch. And now we have our ebook cover design interface. We want to start our design. So the first thing we need to do is to first of all import all those images we downloaded from Pixabay and Pexels. Let's import them into Canva. There are 2 ways to do that. You can simply go to your browser where you downloaded it from. These are the images, 1, 2, 3, all of them. Just drag them into your Canva. For example, let me drag this one. You click and hold, then you go to your Canva and drop it. That's the first one. As you can see, it has appeared here. You go back there again, you click and hold the second one, go to your Canva and drop it. This is the second one. You go back there again, you click and hold, then you drop it on Canva. That is the third one. This is the first method to get your images into Canva. The second method is to click upload file. Okay, you click on this uploads. Once you click uploads, then you click upload file. When you click it like this, it will ask you to locate where you save the pictures. So you go to downloads. These are the pictures. You just click on them and click open. So you see, these are the 5 images we downloaded from both Pexels and Pixabay. We want to use them to design our beautiful, heart healthy recipes cookbook. The first thing you want to search for is something called grid. Please take notes. It is called grid. Okay, click on elements. When you click on elements, we have started the manipulation. You click on elements and then on the search bar you search grid, GRIDS, grids. When you search, this would display. The next thing you want to do is to click on see all. You click on this see all so that you'll be able to view all the grids that Canva has to offer. The more you keep scrolling, you will keep seeing more grids, as you can see. Now, these grids are what we are going to be using for our photo or image manipulation. If you look at it closely, you will see that this has just one grid, one frame. I call it frame. This has 2 frames. You see a line in between that differentiates the left from the right frame. This also has 2 frames, one up and one down. This also has 2 frames, one up with a wider space and one down with a lower space. That is how it continues till it got to the grid with 3 frames. This is 1, 2, 3. This is another one horizontally, 1, 2, 3. This is another one, 2 small ones and 1 big one. This is another one, 1 big one and 2 small one. That's how it will continue till you get to 4 grids that has 4 frames. Okay, 5, 6, it continues like that. Now this brings us to frames. If you want to understand this, there is something called frame. You have single frame, you have double frame, you have triple frame, you have quadruple frame, like that. But for the purpose of this video, let us start with a single frame. So all you need to do is to click on the first frame. If you click on it like this, it will appear on your design interface. Okay, the next thing you want to do is to go and input one of the image that you would like to use for this design. Okay, let's look at it very well. Which one do we like to use? I think I like to use this one. Just click on it and it will appear on your design. You expand it to fill up the page like this, then you increase it like this to fill up the page properly. Now, you cannot tell me that this image is the same as the one we downloaded. No, we have manipulated it already just like that. If you look at it, we have successfully removed this part, which is a fork. We've removed it from this image. We've also removed the fact that this image and the plate is on the table. If you look at this one, you would not see any plate and you would also not see any table. You can double click it and still increase the size. When you double click it like this, you can increase it. You hold the top right knob and drag it inside. You can do it from the bottom to drag it like this, and then you click it like this. As you can see, these two images are not the same. This one and this one, they are not the same anymore. This is the first stage to image manipulation. You will drag the image to fill up the page so that some sides of the image will not be showing on the main image. Let's try to get another image from this one on another design interface. You just click on this plus sign to add a new page. This is a new page. Let's click the same image. You click on it like this, okay? Then you fill it up to fill up the space like this. As you can see, you see now, these two images are not the same. Look at the first one. It has more of green with the carrots. And look at this one. You cannot tell me this one is showing a fork while this one is not showing anything. You've removed the fork from the first one and look at the second one. These two images are different, okay? Nobody will see these two images and call them the same. You can continue by double clicking and also increasing or decreasing the size like this. When you do that, you'll find out that the image is getting different as it goes. As you can see, you see now, we got these two images from one image, but they are different. You can get 10 images from just this one image, depending on the part you want to show in your cover. I hope you understand what we just did. This is the single frame method. We've gotten two images from just this image. Now tell me why we can't do the same for this image, and all other images on Pixabay. Let's try for another image. You click to add another page like this. Let's click this one. You see, we have this one. You fill up the page with it first like this. Then you keep dragging it until it shows the part that you would want to display in your cover. You can keep dragging it down like this. As you can see, this image is not the same as this image. You can see we have successfully gotten another image out of this particular one. Let's get another image out of this again. You add another page, click on it, it fills up the page like this, okay? Then you start dragging it from this side like this. Now we have another image from this particular image. You can see that the first one we got does not have any black side or any dark side, and the first one we got shows that it is in a plate. But this time, sorry, the first one we got does not show that this salad is in a plate, but this one is showing that it is in a plate on a table. You see that we've gotten two different background images from just one image. This is the first step to image manipulation. Now for the second step, we are going to use the double-sided frame or the triple-sided frame. The double-sided frame comes out well too, so let's try that. We'll go to elements. So we have grids. This is a double-sided grid. This is up and down. So let's choose this one. We create a blank space and choose this one. So when we have two-sided frame like this, the next thing we want to do is to have one picture at the top and one at the bottom. So we go back to our uploads. Let's take this picture, for example. Click on it. It will appear on your design interface. You can increase it to fill up the page like we did earlier. Then you drag it to the position you would want it to appear. Now it's appearing at the top. You can double click it and expand it when you expand it to show just a portion of the entire image, you will see that the image automatically changes. As you can see, you cannot tell me that this image is the same as this in this book cover. Never. You can't tell me that. I'll look for another image to use for the second side. Let's see. I like this one. I click on it like this. I put it in the position where I want it to be, which is the second frame. I double click it and increase it like this, and then click out. This is another way to manipulate images. You can just expand it so much so that it will be showing only a portion of the image. That way you are free to use the image, because it is not going to look exactly like the image in the picture you downloaded. Now, to further work on this, we want to write our name. What I used to do to make it simple and straightforward is to simply get a square, go to elements, under lines and shapes. You click on it, and then the square would appear on your design interface. All you need to do is to use it to fill up the entire area where you would want to write your name, like this. When you have it like this, you can now change the color to a color on this cover. For example, you click on this color here. Let's say we want to use green. This green is too light. Let's make it dark. You click on this plus sign and reduce to select the green that you want. As you can see, this looks good already. If you see this image now, because you're already covering it with one or two elements, you cannot tell me that it is the same image we downloaded from Pixabay. You cannot tell me that this image is exactly what is showing here. No, they are already different, because there is no plate here, there is no background here. Okay, we will come back to adding texts or titles to our books. I'm just showing you the image manipulation phase. So we have used 2 frames. Let's use 3 frames for the next one. You click to add another page like this. Then you go to elements, you search grids, click see all. Now we are looking for a grid with 3 frames. So let's just take this one, for example. I like this one. Once you click on it, you will see that it will appear on your design interface. Then you can reduce or increase it as you wish. I like it like this, and I'll tell you why. I've reduced it to be half of the page, and I'll show you why I did that. Now let me show you how to use the grid very well, to use it professionally, to make your book look extra sweet. I mean your book cover design. If you click on uploads, you've reduced this grid to just take half of the page. Now any image you'll be putting inside any of this grid, it will take the exact form of that grid. For example, let's take this one this time. If you click on it, it will appear on your design interface. You can now put it inside any of the grids that you like. So let me put it inside this one. As you can see, that image has filled up this particular grid or this particular frame. If you double click it like this, you can increase a section of that frame or of that image so that it will be showing only a small part of the image. You see that you've successfully modified that image. Let's double click it and modify it more. You increase it a little like this. As you can see, it looks different from this exact one you downloaded because you've removed a section of that image. You can go further by removing the background. I'll teach you how to do that very soon. So let's click this image and do some editing on it because it does not look bright. Let's click on edit photo, click on adjust, scroll down to brightness and increase the brightness a little, increase the contrast a little too. I think I like it like this. Then we go back to uploads to choose another image. Let's take this one or this. Let's click on this one. As you can see, you can now take that and put it inside the second grid. Once you hover the image into the grid, it would automatically fit into the size of that grid. So you double click it and then you can increase it again to remove a section of that image. You cannot tell me that this image is the same thing as this image showing here. No, they are totally different. Somebody else using this image might not use this part that is showing pepper. Now let's double click it again. I don't like this part showing pepper. I want to remove it completely. I can just shift the image and position it anywhere I like. I want the carrot to show like this. I'll just leave it. As you can see, I've successfully removed the pepper from this image. It's now showing only the carrot. I can zoom it or zoom out as I want so that it will give me the perfect feel that I want. Again, let's take one more image. Let's see. I think I like this one. Okay, I'll just click on it and it will appear on my design interface. Then I'll just click and drag it into my frame. Just leave it like that. You can double click it. Let's say you don't want this bread area to show, you just increase it like this till the bread is no more showing. You can also bring this part down. Now nobody is going to tell me that this image is the same thing as this image. Never. They are not the same. I have successfully manipulated that image to use it in my design without any issues or copyright issues. You can click on the image, click on edit photo, click on adjust, scroll down and increase the brightness a little, then increase the contrast a little. This is my secret to making my covers pop. If a buyer searches for any keyword where my book is ranking, you will be seeing my cover. My cover will be shining amongst all other covers. This is because I do some little editing on my covers. Look at this image, for example. Look at the way it is here. It looks dull here, but look at how bright it looks here. Let's do the same for this one. Click on it like this, then you edit image, click on adjust, scroll down a little, click contrast, increase it a little, click brightness and increase it a little too. Then that is all. As you can see, our cover is gradually coming up. Okay, this book cover is gradually coming up. You can always change this background to any color you like, but I'm going to do magic for you to see. Now let's leave that. I have successfully explained how to manipulate images using the single frame, using the double frame, and using the triple frame for book covers. Now let us quickly write book titles on these covers so you will see how to perfectly do the manipulation. Now for this first one, if I was the one that wants to use this particular background for my book cover design, I know how to get the text and how to bring out the text outline to make it look very professional. But because I know that not everyone watching this is a graphic designer, I'm going to use the easiest possible way to make this cover beautiful. The first thing you want to do is to go to elements. When you click on elements, you click on square. Look at this square. You click on it so it will appear on your design interface. You just spread it to cover the two edges of your design like this. You can increase it a little and you can change that to color white. Click on this color tab here and click on white. Now you see that this is looking good. You increase it a little because that is where you're going to be writing your title. You click on the image itself, click on edit photo, click on adjust, scroll down a little, increase the brightness and increase the contrast just a little. Then you are ready to start doing one or two editing on this image. So the next thing you want to do is to see if you can do one or two other designs on this image. So the way it is, I'll click on this box that I just added to this image, click on the plus sign, reduce it to the lowest, as low as I can like this. Change the color to a color that is on this image. For example, I would like to use this orange. You click on the color palette like this, look for that orange, it will be here. I like this one. Or I can just use this gradient here, this orange. I click on it and then put it exactly on the square where the square started, you see that your design is coming out gradually. Remember not to use too much colors outside the colors on your design. So the next thing we want to do is to go to text. The title of this book is Heart Healthy Recipes Cookbook. So you click on your text. Okay, when it appears on your design, you start typing Heart Healthy. Now when this comes up, you increase it a little, increase the font size by clicking and dragging it like this. As you can see, it's already making sense. Then you leave it. Now this looks small. I don't like the fact that it is small, so I would want the heart and healthy to be on top of each other by simply clicking it and bringing the healthy down, tapping enter. So you decrease the entire text interface, and you can now, you see that this line spacing between the two of them is too much. You will click on it and click on this spacing and then reduce the line spacing a little like this. As you can see, it looks perfect. You can now increase the size of the Heart Healthy. Remember, I told you that what you are selling is your title. Your subtitle can come in, but it should be very small. So what you are selling is the title. So you bring that to the middle like this. Okay, you can take it up a little bit like this. Then what is left is recipes cookbook. So you can increase this space just a little. Then you look for another font, not just exact font, another font that looks like calligraphy, something that people would love to read. It is appealing to the eyes. So I like this one that says engaged. You click on it, it will appear on your design interface like this. Okay, you see that there's one small element up here. You click on that and click delete. That would go. So what you use this one to write now is recipes cookbook like this. You increase it to be on one line, decrease it a little, then put it directly under the Heart Healthy Recipes Cookbook like this. This thing is very simple. There is nothing hard in designing book covers like this. Okay, I could have done something more professional, but for a beginner, this is perfect. Even professionals would love this. So once you have this, you can now start working with colors. You can take that up a little. As you can see, this cover is 90% done. The next thing you want to do is to click and highlight the text like this. Then you make it a color that appears so much on this cover. So you click on it like this, and then you go to colors and select green. This exact green, is it lemon green? Yes, you click on it like this. You can see that looks good, but I still don't really like it. I want something a bit darker. No, this is light. I'll take this. Okay, I think I like this. Then you can see that on this cover too, you can see that we have touch of orange. You click on that, and then you give the recipes cookbook a touch of orange. You click on this. No, a darker one. I like this one. Even this one, I'll prefer to make it this color of green. Yes, it's finer this way. As you can see, this is nice. The next thing you want to do is to put your name. Look for a space where you can put your name, a light space. So you click on the smaller text and then you write your name. Let's say your name is Legal Naira. You just drag that and put it somewhere. It doesn't have to be big. Your name is just a requirement from Amazon. In fact, if your name is not on your book cover design, it does not mean that your book will not go live. So just put it somewhere strategic, like the way I just put it here, Legal Naira. Then this one, if this color seems a little too dark for you, you can increase that and make it color red. Okay, yes, I like this red. As you can see, this book is perfect. The next thing you want to do is to add a subtitle. If you want to add a subtitle to this, another thing you can do, you know that you have this one here, you can also bring that down by clicking the plus sign, duplicate it, take it down like this, increase the size a little like this. Okay, I'm just playing with this. I hope it makes sense, because it's making sense actually. Now when you do this, you now use that same text, you click on it, duplicate it, and then take it down to that subtitle, make it color white. Another thing you should know about book cover design is that you should always put dark color text on a white background, or a white color text on a dark background. So this one that is dark color text, you see that it is not showing very well on the orange color background, so you change that to color white. Then you start writing your subtitle, the ultimate step by step guide to cooking delicious heart friendly meals. Okay, I just got that from my head. Then you increase it to take 2 lines at least, just 2 lines, and you are good. Then you reduce the size a little so that it can fit in perfectly to the space you've created for it. I mean, what else are you looking for? This cover is more than good. This is a perfect cover for anybody to use. So, Heart Healthy Recipes Cookbook, the ultimate step-by-step guide to cooking delicious, spelling of delicious here is not right, delicious heart-friendly meals for beginners. You can add for beginners or for seniors. I mean, this book cover is awesome. This name that is up here, you can still bring it down, can click on it and bring it into this white space and leave it here. It's fine. You can do this, but I think I prefer it where it is. I can leave it here. I can even make it color green. I prefer it color green. Let me now use the same dark green on this cover for it, like this. You see, Legal Naira. This cover is perfect. We have successfully manipulated and used only 2 colors, as you can see, green and orange, the way it appears on the picture for this cover, and this cover comes out very nice. One lucky person is going to win this cover. I don't know the person yet, but I just hope that the person that wins it will use it to make money. If you want to be the lucky winner for this book cover, type in the comment section down below, "Thank you Legal Naira for this book cover design video." Thank you Legal Naira for this book cover design video. I'll choose at random and I'll give you some of the book covers I'll be creating in this video. Well, this video is getting too long. I want to stop this part 1 here for now. So if you've seen this part 1 to this stage and you really want to learn how to use this method or even an advanced method to design other types of book covers in other niches like travel niche, self-help niche, tech and computer niche, business and money niche, I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, which is the continuation. I want this video to be a comprehensive book cover design video, so that if you watch both the part 1 and 2, you are never going to have issues designing book covers again. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon so that when I drop the part 2 of this video in the next 24 hours, you will be the first that YouTube will notify. Don't forget to like and share this video. Hit the like button and share this video on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, or all other social media, so that more people can benefit from this great value. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the concluding part of this video very soon.